Hello and welcome to another episode of Eulogise Me, the podcast where I invite my guests to write their own eulogy. Then we read it on the podcast and we discuss what they've written, see where the conversation takes us. This week in the podcast studio, I have comedian Jimmy James Jones. That is not his real name. We discover during the podcast. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to have Jimmy in the studio. We had a really interesting chat. We go all over, and I think it's going to be one of those ones that you're going to be pretty gripped listening to, and you're going to laugh a lot too, because Jimmy's a very funny person. What I would say is that I've wanted to have Jimmy in the studio for a while. He's someone that I don't actually know very well, to be honest with you. I've gigged with him once about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, but we are quite complimentary to one another online. He's seen a few of my posts and shared some positivity my way, and I've done the same to him, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to have him in, to find out a bit more about him, his life, and to delve deeper into all things Jimmy James Jones. So here we are on this episode of Eulogise Me, episode 4. If you've enjoyed the episode so far, then that means everything to me. Please feel free to subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Leave comments, leave reviews. You know, it's a work in progress. It's a slow burner. But I enjoy these conversations and I enjoy bringing them to you, and I hope you get something from them. So, yeah, tell a friend, help to spread the pod, and enjoy. So with no further ado, let's get into the episode. Here's Jimmy James Jones. In the studio with me today, I have comedian, actor, and I'm going to get to know a lot more about him, I imagine, over the next hour or so. Jimmy James Jones.
What's happening?
What's going on? Welcome
Hi,
to the
how are
studio, man.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to need you to do me a favor, though. That mic, you're going to have to.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
I said I bigged you up as a comedian, and already you're getting the mic down. What's the mic?
This is how I do it on stage.
Okay.
That's how I talk on stage. Just loose.
I like it.
And I just always tell him, turn it up. You need to turn it up.
Okay. Well, you know what? I could do that.
No, don't turn it up, though. I'm cool. I've
I've
got proper microphone etiquette.
Yes, brother. So genuinely, I wanted to get you on this podcast for a while. You were one of the first people that I thought about and reached out to, and I know it's taken us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
The first question I tend to ask people is, what went through your mind when I asked you to write your own eulogy?
I didn't know what a eulogy was. I was so I had to Googled it.
Yeah.
And it said, like, when someone dies,
Yeah.
somebody will go up and then say a bunch of nice things about the person who died.
Right.
And I thought, I've got to write one of these for myself. Like,
Right,
what do I
okay.
say? Like, I don't know, like, he's a good lad. He's done some things.
Yeah, okay.
He's apologised for some things.
Yeah.
Was funny at times. I don't know what to put.
Right.
I don't know what to put.
Right.
I
Okay.
didn't know what to put down, so I was just. What did I put? What did I say?
You were a bit stumped.
stumped.
Okay, I tell you what. So this is what I'd suggest. Let's get straight into it then.
All
Right.
right.
So I'm gonna bring up the eulogy that you sent through to me. Okay. And then I'm gonna ask you to read it back. Right. It's just exactly what you've written. Yeah. This is all I need you to read. It's right there. Yeah. You hold that. Read to me what you sent. Go on. There you go.
Right, I put eulogy - I'm him. Done a few things, met a few people. Born in N1, which is North London, Islington, but I grew up in Milton Keynes. Class clan, football, musical theatre, comedy, depression, and that's all I got.
Oh yes, brother. Listen, firstly, thank you, right, for sending this through to me. Now, one of the things that I think people get a bit stumped on is like the same experience that you had. Like, you read it, you were like, okay, what's the eulogy? Okay, now I got to write about myself. And I think as comedians and artists, sometimes writing about ourselves is the hardest thing. Sometimes, like, to talk about the things, like to big ourselves up in a way.
Yeah, that is what I
Right.
found difficult to do.
The bigger, the talking positively about yourself, or like bigging yourself up. Did you find that difficult?
I don't know. I don't know if it was because I'm. Pardon me, sorry. I
That's
don't know.
all right.
I'm not like I'm not like I don't know, man. See what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like I wouldn't say that I would find it difficult to talk about myself. Actually, yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do.
Well, check this.
Maybe I do. All of that flipping for no reason. Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do find it difficult to do that.
So before we continue and I get down into your eulogy, because even though it's not long, there's not like multiple paragraphs in your eulogy, you've given me some bullet points that really do like, jump off on things that happen in your life and your experiences.
Yeah, you know? these are things that I would remember.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. And just because I can't let another person sit in front of me for an hour and I know they're not looking sharp, go like that because you got a little something on your lip. It's gone now.
I was eating yum-yums.
It's gone now.
I was eating yum-yums.
Yum-yums wasn't all he was eating, people.
I'm so
I saw him eat like 3 different things.
This
guy came here with a whole meal deal, you know.
So, is it gone now?
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone now. Cool. Yeah, bless.
Appreciate that.
But before we actually jump into the eulogy, let's just go through our origin story, right? Okay. Because this is how I know of you.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is how I know you effectively in my world. So, I did a gig with you about 1.5 years ago at the Chicken Shed in North London. It was for Resistance Comedy, and that was the first time I recall actually meeting you. I think I'd seen you perform before, but that was the first time we actually sat in a green room and we exchanged any words. And then I remember just following you online from then. We followed each other. And my relationship with you has just been one from afar.
Yeah.
You know, in the sense that I know you've commented once or twice on a few things that you've seen.
Yeah, I like you got some I like your content.
Right.
Yeah, the content online is pretty dope.
Bless you, man. And I've always noticed, because if anyone likes my content in particular, they have to be of a certain mindset, because sometimes I post quite positive and reflective things. So I noticed that about you. And then I remember hearing you on Ori Styler's podcast. You did an episode on his podcast.
Yeah.
And that kind of opened up my world a little bit more to you as an individual. And then finally, I saw you were posting stuff about being on a bit of a fitness journey and getting yourself like fit and back to a good place physically. And I always feel that getting fit physically leads on to being fit mentally. So I was like, you know what? There's something about you in terms of as a person that I'd like to get to know more about. And that's why I invited you onto the pod, man. That's that's my knowledge of you, you know.
Thanks, man. Not because I'm funny or anything, just because.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, who told you were funny?
Double tapped on a few things and thought, oh, he's all right. He's a nice geezer. I'll get him on.
Oh, bless.
All right.
Yeah. So that was like from the human background. Yeah. Obviously, you're a funny guy, man. I've seen you loads of times. You know what I mean? But this is like the podcast where I try and get to know the person.
Yeah, I hear you.
So tell me, you were born in N1, North London. What was that like growing up in North? What part of North London?
Islington. Islington was amazing, man. I didn't want to move, but we had to. It's a family unit, but
why did you have to move?
Oh, it's a bigger house.
Okay.
Bigger house, yeah. We lived in a block of flats, Kendall House. It was amazing, though. And friendship group there was amazing. It was brilliant, man. And that's where I started playing football and stuff like that. And football was my thing.
Okay.
Football was my thing, yeah.
I got to get this out of the way early. Who do you support?
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay, come on.
I was going to say, I'm about to turn this into a sports pod.
Hey, yo, listen.
I'm about to turn this into a football pod.
You see the red wall behind you, man. I know that could go one of a few ways. That could have been United, but still.
It could have been Liverpool. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But yeah.
So yeah, it started off like, yeah, so I loved North London, man. So yeah, that's where I grew up.
Okay, and in that upbringing, like you said, you had to move to a bigger place, bigger house. So what was your, how many siblings do you have? What kind of?
I got an older brother and 2 sisters. Brother, two real smart sisters, man. They're smashing it. They're doing their thing. My brother's doing his thing as well. Not to say he's not smart, but he's not like the girls. But he's doing his thing regardless, man. But there was just 4 of us in a little yard. That, you know, just my mum and that. So I think Milton Keynes was a bit easier. Quiet and that. Obviously, as me and my brother were getting a bit older, we were moving a bit. Well, you know, so I think Milton Keynes was a little easier for us.
Okay,
we're moving us out anyway.
Reading between the lines, right? When you said that you and your brother were moving a bit, you know,
it wasn't really me. It was more my brother. He was mad. He was a madman. Yeah, but I think growing up, you're not going to find a lot of people that didn't have at least one sibling that weren't on smoke.
Yeah, of course.
24/7, do you know what I mean? There's always that one sibling that's like, that's what's my brother. That's what's it, do you know what I mean? There's always one in most families. So for us, that was just him. But yeah, man, good guy though. Don't get me wrong, but had his moments.
It's maybe it's a slightly similar situation. I think parents sometimes they can acknowledge. You can see it often before even the person himself can see it, if they could potentially go off the rails or if they're running with a crowd that isn't going to influence them positively. And I feel as though parents can identify that quite early, and some do something about it, and like,
then others don't. Yeah.
Others don't.
Or I'm not going to say don't or can't.
Or can't. Yeah, that's fair.
Which is probably more of a reason rather than don't. They can't afford to. They don't have the resources.
That's a fair point. And I think it's good to make that distinction also.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Before, I wanted to delve a little bit deeper there also, because you mentioned your sisters and that they're doing really well. What do they work as, or what do they specialize in?
They're deaf.
Got you.
So for them to do well in anything was always going to be, I'm not going to say it was a struggle, but it was always going to be a little bit harder for them.
Right.
And then they persevered through that and they're smashing it. So Christiana's like the youngest one. She's got these sunglasses, Christiana Jones, which has been worn by like Millie Bobby Brown, Beyonce. Like she's smashing it on that side of things, and now she's acting, and she's been in some she's been in a couple of things. She's at the moment she's got a role in an upcoming Netflix film that's coming out. So I think she's training away for that. She got the 2 kids. She's smashing it, man. Yeah, she's really really doing well. And my other sister's a teacher. Yeah, man. So for design. Oh no, you have to ask her. I can't remember, but she's a teacher.
That's all right. That's cool. No, bless. And so they were.
She tries to talk to me about it, and I'm just like, I don't care.
You're a bit too honest with them.
I don't want to hear about you.
Fair enough.
Fuck them kids, man. I don't care.
So were they both born deaf, or did it? Was it
yeah. They were born deaf, but it was only, like my mum discovered it. I think at the time, I was just on my own thing, so I didn't really realize severity of what was going on at the time. It was only as we've got a lot older, like a lot older, where I've had to mature quite a lot and realize, flipping hell, like, must have struggled back then. But obviously I'm living my own, I'm doing my own thing quietly. So
right.
I didn't really care much back then. It wasn't really something that I was even aware of too tough.
Understood.
I just knew how to call them.
How was that?
When they're with a deep voice, because they can't hear the high pitch. So, hey! So, hey! And then they turn around. What you say? I'm talking to you. I can hear you. Yo, I know you can hear me. But yeah, right. So it's all a joke and that. Yeah. But really and truly, that was the only way I could communicate.
I'll be honest. Like now, I'm understanding why you tend to keep the mic down here. Like, I'm like, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm looking at the audio.
Loud.
I'm looking at the audio waves.
It gets loud.
And I'm
bro.
like, okay, yeah,
it gets
all right,
loud.
then. I get it. I understand. You be comfortable.
Mic control, my bro.
But yeah, okay. So 2 sisters, 1 brother. And where do you fall in the family?
I'm the second child.
You're the second child. Okay, understood. What was it like being the second child in a mix of 4?
Was that rubbish?
Yeah.
I was just left to my own devices more time.
Was that a good thing for you, or did you find that to be like? Did you want more attention?
No, I don't think I wanted more attention. I actually think I was quite happy being on my ones. It only affected me It only affected me the last 4 or 5 years, because I always thought that this is fine being on my ones. This is normal, because everybody had their own thing going on. My bro had his own thing going on. My 2 sisters had. My mum had to very much concentrate on them too. So it was always just James, just you know what I mean. So. At the time, I just thought, yeah, this is sick. Like, I got a free yard, or I'm on my own. Just leave me alone. But at the same time, as you get a bit older and you think, oh, no, I'm better on my own, it stops you from doing certain, or being a certain way as you grow up. For example, communicating is very tough to do when you're not used to doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you've never really had that communication, you know what I'm saying? Or... I don't know. It's just difficult to now suddenly figure out. Like if you're in a relationship or with your friends,
right?
Communication is key, and when you don't know how to communicate and just keep everything bottled in, or you're doing that to your own detriment. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. You get me? So at the time, like I said, yeah, man, it's cool. I'm on my ones. I could do what I want. I'm going football training. I'm going to my friend's house. Then I'll come home. It's like, all right, but yeah, as you get older, you realize that actually, yeah.
And you were very specific in saying that it was like only in the last 4 years.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
No, 4 years, 4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
But because I got my shit together last year. So prior to that.
Got you.
Yeah, so prior to that, yeah.
And I mean, what was it in terms of like a catalyst moment where you kind of realized that, you know what, actually all of that time alone and being on your ones had prevented you from, being able to communicate and express yourself in that way?
Last year, when you lose someone or people, your actions really ring home. So, especially when you lose someone because of some shit that you did.
Got you.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you really start to take a step back and look at all the things that you did and how you hurt said person or people not because of them, because you didn't know how to communicate and because you didn't know how to handle certain situations, because you're still in your own little shell trying to, because there's a lot that leads up to being that. It's not just the fact that, growing up, that was just one of a many a factor as to why I was the way I was. But I think it stems from that. Not ever having anyone to communicate with growing up. Even though we was quite a close-knit family, we weren't close-knit like that. Like to a point where we'd share emotion. It was always banter. Right. It was always having a laugh. Even if you are sad, suck it up, my guy. Suck it up, we're eating. Tell a joke, be funny. Or remember that time, you know what I mean? There was never like, you never had someone sit on the end of the bed and be like, yo, you all right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
What's going on? You get me? That. Like, it was never that. So I don't know how to communicate that. But if it's, let's just banter it out, I would just play it off with jokes. But really, I'm like, this isn't really that funny. But
yeah, but you just roll with it.
You just roll with it. But that's what fucked me up.
So something that you just did there, it kind of made me, it generated another question in my head when you put on the accent, and it made me think, okay, what's the background? What
accent did I put on?
It sounded Jamaican, but I was like, what
did I say?
You said if someone's ever sat on the edge of the bed and been like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I don't know. You know what's funny? I do that Jamaican accent so much. I'm not Jamaican.
Got you. So that's what made me want to ask. What's your cultural background?
Even on stage, I'll do like, I think I've got a bit online and I'll do a thing and then I always turn around and I'm like, I don't know why. I always do that.
It's default,
I'm not Jamaican.
Man. Jamaican accent, even though I'm half Jamaican, Jamaican accent, it's default.
I think it's because it sounds similar to Creole.
Got you.
And my mum's from Sierra Leone.
Okay, so your mum's from Sierra Leone.
Yeah, my dad's Nigerian.
Okay,
yeah.
Got you.
So it's not the same, but I can't speak Creole, but it does sound the tiniest of bits. The tiniest, especially the way my mum does it, the tiniest way of patois, because I don't want Jamaicans to be like, this dickhead. It don't sound nothing like Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, but it's like the Creole. There's like I don't know, and that's always the first thing that comes to mind, because Cool Runnings.
Listen,
I grew up with Cool Runnings. I don't know.
That's why I say the Jamaican accent. It's the generic default accent, and you'd appreciate that most white people could hear that and just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that.
But that's not me. My mum's from Sierra Leone.
Okay,
my dad's Nigerian. And I enjoy the Jamaican. I enjoy it most because I can't do it properly. And
fair enough.
And Jamaicans are like, you're not even doing it right. And I'm like, I know. Because I don't respect your culture. I'm joking.
What's the did you learn any of the language?
I can understand. I understand Creole.
Okay,
but I can't speak.
But you can't speak it. All right, got you. So what we've touched on so far, right? I know we're gonna come back to that at some point because the way conversation goes, in my opinion, it always goes full circle.
I go all over the place anyway in convo, so
that's all right, man. I'll guide us home.
Thank you, man.
I'll guide us home, man.
Thank you, man. He sounds like geezer that does the Yellow Brick Road. You sound like flipping. Oh God,
who's that?
Yellow Brick Road. Come on, man.
He's on down
the road. Don't you carry the Wizard, the Oz.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen the Wizard of Oz.
You've never seen the Wizard of Oz, or you've never heard of the Oz?
I know about it, but I don't know the character you're specifically speaking of. And you look so disappointed in me right now because of it.
I'm not disappointed.
Well, your face says different. Huh? Fix your face. Your face says different. Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
So you moved from Islington to Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
And when you got to Milton Keynes, what were your first impressions,
I
man?
was surrounded by Caucasians.
What was that like for you?
That was horrible.
Like, do you remember?
No, I'm joking. It wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of cool being.
Whatever comes out your mouth, I'll firstly take it as serious
fair.
until you tell me otherwise.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. It was very different. It was countryside. At the time, Milton Keynes was very underdeveloped when we had moved there. And I lived in an area called Coffee Hall.
Okay.
But I went to school for my first year in a place called Stony Stratford, which is far. Like, I had to get a bus. You get to Stony Stratford and you're like, right, I'm really the only black here. Like, but you know what? I loved it.
Why did you love it, man?
I owned it. Bro, I was in there for about 2 years. I got a way of telling people, my cousins were DJ Luck and MC Neat. So dumb, man. People run with it. Right, swear down. I'm like, yeah, little bit tell luck. They're my guys, you know. DJ Pied Piper, it's my uncle, fam.
Did you feel like you did that for the fun of it, or did you feel like you did it because part of you?
No, I did it for the fun of it. I did it for the fun of it. I didn't have to do it. To be honest, when I got to Milton Keynes, and the people I met then, I'm still friends with today.
Got you.
Mad cool. Mad cool. Obviously, there was a mad culture, like as a kid. Like for example, sports day. They've never seen me run 100 meters. Yeah, duh. But it's like they don't know that though.
Right.
But they just. He must be quick.
You must, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like first year football, they'll just like, do you play up front or the wing? And I was like, well, maybe I'll play centre back.
Right. Maybe I'm goalkeeper.
Maybe I'm a keeper. I don't know. But the first, do you want to? And don't get me wrong, I was rapid. So yeah, it made sense to put me up front because I was just over the top, banging them in. But school was I really enjoyed school. I enjoyed being the new, not only the new kid, but the new black kid.
Yeah.
That because I was literally the first one. Let me not say I weren't literally the first one, but in that year I was the first black kid in the year.
The fact that you owned it, and I think owning it is one of the biggest and best things you could possibly do in a situation like that.
What else am I going to do? Flipping hell.
Well,
I'm in their city, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people go the other way, and they find it something hard to actually live with, and expose their existence or their experience. But for me, I just think of it like, I'm a superstar, man. Like I'm the only black guy here, so by default, I'm the superstar, right?
Yeah,
that's how I think about it. That's how I process it.
That's fair enough. I mean, I didn't do all that.
No, well, you.
I was more like.
No, you were more like, my family is DJ Luck.
Yeah. I was just chatting shit because I knew I could get away with it. Like when Powell come out, I was like, "What, Lethal? Them's my guys. What do you mean?"
I hear you.
Them's my guy. But obviously it was just like, all right, you're lying there. Like it's not true. But that was it's just dumb. But I never had any issues, and people were genuinely friendly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then when I went to secondary school, my brother was already there. So that was a breeze.
Got you. I mean, like obviously, with what you said about your brother already, he was probably not to be messed with.
Yeah,
so you
I wouldn't say all of that, but school was a breeze.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I've never dealt with any bullying. I've never dealt with, and even being the only black one, you would think there would be. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a couple of there'd be comments like, say you're playing football or something, like, you're such a monkey. You'd be like, say that again. No, I'm just pissed off, and I'm just like, I know how you really feel. You know the ones, and I'll just keep that person there, but I'm not going to start fighting every man at 13, 14 and that says a racist comment, because then I'll be swinging every day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have not at 12, 13. I don't have the energy for that.
Did that stuff ever really bother you, like on an emotional level, or was it like water for ducks back?
Water for ducks back. Because they never said it to my face, or they never said it like. It would be like, it would be we're playing football. Oh, monkey, and it'd be like, oh, sorry, and it's just like, right, is that the first place you went? That's the first place you went.
It just slipped out.
That's the first place you went.
Out.
He's like, no, it's not even that. It's just, fuck, sorry, man. And you're just saying, the first couple of people, you stick it on them.
What about now? If you experience like racist abuse now, do you feel like you're the kind of person who just walks away from that, turn the other cheek, or do you feel like you're confrontational with it? Or do you think it just depends on
I think it depends
how
on
it comes
on how
your way?
I'm feeling in the moment.
Right.
I feel like to go straight to that. Like if we're having, for the most part, the only reason why you're gonna call me a racial slur is if I'm absolutely smashing you in an insult thing, and I probably am winning, because I'm very difficult to insult. So you would have to go there in order to get me to react. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep cussing your life.
I feel you.
Yeah, because I don't stop. I'm one of them annoying. I'm annoying. I'm one of them guys. I'm annoying.
Have you been told that you're annoying, or do you just acknowledge that for yourself?
I've acknowledged it for myself.
Okay, so
Yeah.
class clown, right?
Yeah.
That was part of
I was annoying. Which sometimes equates to a class clown, but if I'm keeping it a buck,
you were just
I
annoying.
was annoying. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, we've got that distinction. But do you think that being that way inclined, being that class clown, is that what kind of influenced you to go down a creative route?
That didn't influence me. No, I wasn't very smart.
So is that really like the be all and end all?
Defense mechanism, bro. I can't do the work, so I'm going to try and make people laugh to get something out of this class and then get kicked out. Then stand outside for 20 minutes. I had this funny moment. We had a supply teacher and I was being an idiot in science. And then she kicked me out. She was a black lady, Nigerian lady. She beat me out of the class now and she's taking me outside. What she's saying in a roundabout way is, you're one of the only black kids in the science class. This isn't how I expect you to behave. Your mum did it.
Right.
And she was going in Yoruba. And I'm just like, I just finished. I have no idea what you just said. I'm from Kenya. I don't even. She was like, no, you are not.
I can understand where annoying comes from. Now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was
understand.
annoying. Like teachers are almost just like, bro, just shut up.
Yeah.
But I would just be there, blah, blah, blah. And
Got you.
the only class I listened to properly was English. I smashed it in English.
What was it about English that appealed to you so much?
Of Mice and Men.
Okay.
What a book.
Yeah.
What a book. And then after that, it was just like, and then Mr. Stewart, the teacher, rest in peace, was an absolute legend. And he just made it learning. He let me interact, which I guess is probably all I wanted to do, was just chat shit.
Yeah.
But he let me do that in class, which made it easier for me to sit. When he's like, all right, be quiet now. Oh, yeah, fair enough. He let me go off about it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. He gave you your stage time. And now, then he was like, okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's like, run the light.
He
if
gave
you
me
need
2
to.
minutes.
Right?
He gave me 2 minutes to go off, and then he was like, "You done? Yeah, all right,
got you." So English, obviously, that was something that appealed to you and that you did well in. And then you moved into musical theatre, right? So
bizarre how that happened.
Yeah, so, like how did that happen, and why musical theatre?
Well, it was performing arts, if I'm keeping it a buck. But I love musical theatre. So basically, after college. After school, sir, I've done a year travel and tourism.
Okay.
I was in education because my mum said I should be in education. I wasn't in education because I wanted to be in education. I had no plan. I had no rhyme or reason. I was just coasting, bro. I think at the time, what was it, 15, 16? I just stopped playing football because I weren't enjoying it anymore. And the pitches got too big. And I couldn't deal with that. I got asthma. That's all long, bro. Running up. And then you got to run a lot more when it's not Sunday league. Like, they expect you to defend and score. Oh my God. So I called it a day on that because they were shouting and it's like, I can't do this. And then my mum was like, well, you got to do something. So I done sixth form. Failed that. Went to, I think they were like in their third year performing arts at MK College. So they were just like, mate, anyone who's anyone, mate, we need numbers. So I had an audition there. I went for like an audition thing and I met an absolute legend called Esther Niles, who I'm still friends with today. I remember going to the class now and she was like, oh, what class are you going for? I said, I'm just going to do the higher national diploma. She was like, no, come do national diploma with me. Come do the and I was like, what? Anyway, I did it, got in. And at first it was just meant to be like I'm here for my mum kind of thing. I really enjoyed it. And then we went to watch The Wiz in the theatre. That was dry. But I enjoyed the vocals. Now I can't sing, but I enjoy a musical performance, bro. I mean, that is my bag. I could sit there and listen to Cynthia Aurora or whatever her name is just go off.
Yeah.
Like musical theatre singers and then normal singers are just a different ball game. So that's what got me. That got me there watching that, and I was like, what? And then I started going theatre like once every other month.
Do you remember anything that you saw back then that really inspired you?
Book of Mormon.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Got ya.
The
I've
book
seen
of that
yeah.
comedic display, just the timing, it was just so funny, and I was like, I want to do that. So then I went back to uni. I done Little Shop of Horrors 2. I was Audrey 2 in that.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, that was flipping hilarious, and big up Ashley Spears. And then we done I done Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Black Joseph, let's go, champ. Black Joseph, let's go. Yeah. Like he was supposed to be, huh? Like he was supposed to be.
Oh no, yo, don't make this don't make this podcast don't make it controversial.
They whitewashed him, brother. They whitewashed him. I was the real Joseph, brother. I was the real Joseph. Close every door to me. I was in there, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. I was inside. I was the real Joseph, fam. So we done that.
Oh, bless.
Done a show called Streetcar Named Desire. And I just had a sick time in college, man. One of my friends, to this day, I met him in college, Mikey. He's getting married soon. Big up him. He was like me. Like, you look at him and you don't think he's going to do performing arts. But my guy, when he started, one of the best actors to this day I've ever seen.
Got you.
That guy's acting ability was nuts. So good. But he decided to join the Marines. So, yeah.
Is he still in the Marines?
Yeah, fuck that guy. No, he's not. He's not in the Marines anymore.
Okay. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just what your eyes there.
It was just sad, bro.
Story,
but he had a scholarship to
right.
Mount View. Turned it down because he wanted to be a bad man.
Well, you know.
It's a damn shame. But yeah, that's where I found my love for theatre.
And how long, which musical theatre company did you join?
I didn't join one.
Oh.
I was just outside. I done Buddy Holly. I was just jumping on people's, going to castings.
Okay.
They need someone for, I'm not the flipping casting, dancing, trying to keep up with choreography. I like a madman in there as well, bro, because I think Babatunde tells a really good story about this, because he kind of done, I think he done a short time in drama school, but I remember walking into these auditions, and you've just got like kind of older men, and then like just a bunch of like girls. Then I walk in, I got my hood up, like I got, what did I have, like TNs and like a full on tracks. So, what's going on? I'm here for the audition, just, who have you going for? I'm going for the. In Buddy Holly, I was the the MC.
Okay.
And I remember going for it, and they were just like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know what this is." And they were like, "What?" And I had to give them like, "Oh, here's what I've done." They're like, "Oh, okay." So you actually, I said, "Yeah," just because I look like I don't look like I should be here now. Let me take a word and the belly.
Well, it's always perception, isn't it?
Always perception. But when I started, it was sick, man. And some really, really fun times there. And then that's when I was like, how am I going to continue this? Because I went for a couple of like a drama school, and I wasn't. Them man were just the tights, and the legs were going in the air, and I'm standing at the back, and I'm like, I can't dance, bro. I do not know how to dance.
How old were you at this stage? How old were you?
18, 19.
Okay, got you.
So obviously I done school, done a year at college, done a year sixth form, then I went to college, then I went to uni.
Okay.
So during this period, in between college and uni, I done what a bummer ass. Yeah, that's when I was doing Buddy Holly and all of that, traveling, trying to just do different theatre shows. Yeah.
And then when you went to uni, what did you study at uni? Same thing?
I done performing arts, but I didn't finish. I didn't realise it was like it was almost like a teaching course. Like there was no practical.
Okay.
So uni was kind of just a vibe. I met some of my closest friends.
Yeah.
And I ended up just staying for the vibe rather than.
I feel like that's what a lot of people go to uni for.
Like, I didn't finish.
I feel like it's mainly just like to make connections and for the vibe. I didn't do uni, and sometimes I look back and I think
should have.
Yeah, well, yeah, just because it's like I would have probably known so many more people.
Yeah, I got three of my closest friends to this day and forever will be. I met from uni, and that's probably the best thing I could have got out of it. You know.
Got you.
Because I didn't finish my course, but it was while I was there that comedy became a real thing.
How long did you stay at uni for?
2 years.
And why didn't you just complete that third year? What happened? Why didn't you?
Oh, because by year one I was done.
Is it?
I was just living in Wickham at this point.
Got you. So,
yeah, no, that first year was a drag, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what was going on, and I got like Christmas time second year, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, that was it for you.
So but I didn't want to leave.
Because you're having so much fun.
I was with the guys, man.
Yeah, got you. Did they finish?
Yeah. Big up Lloyd, finished. Yeah. Sorry, I'm dropping names. Sorry.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good thing this isn't an interrogation.
Two of them finished, and the other went off to Dubai.
Okay, got you.
And he didn't need to finish because he's balling.
Aye. Fair enough. If he's in Dubai, I'm sure he's. Yeah. I'm sure
he's
fine.
back now. He went to Abu Dhabi. He's back now, but he decided to go out and just enjoy his life a bit.
Yeah, bless. And so that's when you found comedy, basically. That was
uni was when comedy happened. So I done.
What was the So what was your knowledge and experience of comedy before you actually got into it?
So I grew up on Def Jam, bro.
Okay.
So I actually had a VHS tape of Raw in my yard.
Yeah.
Never allowed to watch it though. Dad used to let us watch anything Michael Jackson related, but Eddie Murphy because of the swearing, obviously.
Right.
But I remember we had it on video. So when I was able to buy it on DVD, I bought Raw and Delirious. I watched that for about a year. The only comedy DVD I had for about a year. Then I bought Def Jams, the whole collection.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, I want to do this. So, bro, I done a show. I must have been watching it for about a year, first year, and it was second year I decided to do it. I done an ACS night, which is the African Caribbean Society.
Okay.
The way I died, I was trying to be a mix. I was trying to be a mix between all of my favorite Def Jam comedians. So I started off like Martin Lawrence. Mid-set, I turned into Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
By the middle, I'm Bill Bellamy, and by the end, I'm flipping Dave Chappelle.
Got you.
I was all over the gaff doing everyone else's jokes, but trying to make them mine.
Yeah.
If that makes any kind of sense. So, yeah, it was. Man, I remember somebody was at the back, and it was like a big group of lads from Tottenham. Somebody goes, "Who let this you on stage?"
What was the biggest takeaway that you had from that bombing?
I had a great time.
Really?
Oh, mate.
Really?
Bro, not one laugh. And I'm up there laughing to myself like, this is harder than I thought. Right. I was like, rah. But then I must have just gone on stage and I didn't even introduce myself. I was just like, so the other day
Right.
I'm shagging the chair, you had sex at this. And I'm putting the chair in different positions.
Bro, I would give anything to see this video. If there was a video of that, I'd give anything to see it.
It was a death that I've never.
So you died. But then when did you come back from that? What was the next step in your journey then? What did you do next?
Flipping hell. I just remembered this. So a friend of mine, Blaze, it was actually Blaze. So Blaze knew a man who used to run the infamous comedy cafe, and this is the part of the eulogy that things started going crazy, but because of the death of the calf, things took the most dramatic dive.
Yeah,
and we'll get into it. So basically, Blaze was like, I know a guy called Andrew. He runs a night in Shoreditch. Is it Andrew? Andy? Alan? I can't remember his name.
You know the names really aren't. Anyone listening to this, they don't care about the names. You care so much about the names. But
it's just trying to make it right. I can't remember his name, but I want to sort of not shout him out, but I want to acknowledge him because
got you.
He was the guy that introduced me to and tried to hone my skills before Noel Faulkner came along. So him and a guy called Neil, they were like, bring him on for 5 minutes. Did you know about the Comedy Cafe in Shoreditch? No. So you weren't around these times? No. This was before you.
I started in comedy in 2019.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Actually, I do remember seeing your post. Actually, I do remember because you were doing like a countdown of all your gigs. Gig number 12.
I stopped that.
How is this brother gonna keep up?
I got to like gig number 30, and I was like, I don't really think it matters how many gigs. All that matters is me getting better, and I don't care what gig that is. You know what I mean,
mate? You know what? I before I carry on my story, Imran Yusuf gave me the best advice in the world. It's going to take you about 5 years before you even know what you want to do or who you are as a comic. Yeah. So just fucking enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
Just have play. Anyway.
Yep.
We'll get on to that. So yeah, I went down to the CAF and I done a Wednesday night. And I smashed it, bro. It was amazing. Like it was, at the time, the Comedy Cafe used to be downstairs. And Oh, what a vibe. My God, what a vibe. It was crazy because you had like Alan Davis and people like that would pop in.
Got you.
We're talking Alan Davis, we're talking Harry Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Him. This is the level of people. David, all
Yeah.
these the man them QIU man, they're walking in and out of this, and you're going, I'm about to do 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
But I've done my 5 minutes. It was very fast. It was but there was a lot of energy, and that's the only thing that Noel took away from it. Noel said, "You've got so much energy." I won the competition, and then when you win the competition, you get to come back the following Wednesday and close the night with 10 minutes. I didn't have 10 minutes, so when I've come back the following week now, one of the MCs didn't turn up. So then Noel was like, and Noel was the guy who, Noel, these guys, they put me on. Noel was like, "Do you want to MC?" And I was like, "I've never MC'd before." And he was like, "Just have fun with it." I was like, fuck, shit, I'm about to MC the CAF on a Wednesday? I'm introducing like Ola when he first started, not when he first started, but Ola, Nabil, Prince Abdi. I'm introducing Andrew Maxwell. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My 7th, 9th gig.
You're bringing them on
Bro,
stage.
I'm like, yo, what the hell? Anyway, so I'm doing my thing or whatever, and I don't do badly. It's not amazing. It's not amazing, but I come off stage, and every time I came off, Ola, Nabil, Prince Abdi, Andrew Maxwell, and all these guys, Milo McCabe, Troy Hawk, be giving me so much advice. Okay, here's what you should do. Don't do this, Papa. When you got to do. Alistair Barry, fuck me, Alistair Barry, fuck this guy. When I remember one night because I remember one weekend I was doing, and I'll carry on. One weekend I was doing, he was doing like 4 gigs this night. So he's coming in to go, "Jimmy, don't do anything at the top, mate. I'm just gonna," and I was like, "Bro, I'm killing. Are you having a?" He was like, "Jimmy, just get me on, brother." I went on. This brother MC the shit out of this show, bro. He ain't leave me a crumb. I've come back and after and like,
what do I do?
He's spoken to,
yeah,
and he just walked off, gave me this sort of look, and I was like, "I'm coming."
Yeah.
Alistair, I'm coming, bro.
When you see someone take it to levels,
bro, that was a nothing.
Yeah,
bro. So, I'll tell you the story quickly. Kane Brown, my first ever time doing Jonglers. Do you know about?
Yeah,
Jonglers?
I know about Jonglers. Yeah.
Jonglers Sway nightclub in Covent Garden. Broski, this guy is a lunatic. Kane Brown is one of the best comedians I've ever seen. Black, white, green or yellow. Just one of the best.
Yeah.
Bro, he's MCing this gig, yeah. I'm on first. My first 20 at Jonglers. I'm gassed. This guy is doing such a job that when he's introduced me on, and the audience went, "Oh." So now my confidence is in the bin. My confidence is in the bin already. I'm like, did they just groan? Like I looked at Noel starts laughing. Noel Faulkner, Noel Faulkner's a legend. I would Google Noel Faulkner, a legend. I looked to Noel and I said, "Yo, did they just groan?" And he went, "Ha, got a lot, lad," because he's like an Irish American. He was just like, "Yeah, got a lot, lad." I was like, Bro, I get on stage. I'm on stage for 3 minutes. Somebody goes, "Get the first gazer back on."
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jimmy.
I've got like 18 more minutes if I can just get through this set.
If you wouldn't mind, just
Broski,
listen
I'm pleading because I'm still laughing at Kane, bro.
Yeah.
Kane, like, I'm walking on stage like, did he just, and people are like, "Oh my God." Oh, and then they're like, "Oh, that cat," and they're talking. Oh,
yeah.
Fucking Kane, bro. All right, let me do my bit. Try to get into it. They were like, "Nah, buddy, get Kane back."
Bro, I have to second what you said. Like, I haven't seen. I mean, Kane obliterates stages.
Fam,
it's an amazing thing to watch.
One of the sickest things to witness, because you just go, "That's what I want to do." The only problem is when someone does that and you're about to go on, you ain't got time to rip up your notes. So I'm following this guy like, I don't want to do any of this shit.
Yeah. But then the thing is also is that you have to find. I always look at it like this. I can't be Kane. Like, no one else can be Kane.
Yeah.
It's like you have to figure out your way to be you, but to do it to the level They do it,
That
but
comes with
in
experience,
your
though.
way.
It
And
will
you're
come
right.
with
That can
experience.
only come with experience and time.
Because that was one, again, and I shouldn't have even been on that stage, in my opinion. But as I was saying, I'd started at the CAF MCing.
Right. So let's go back to that. So you started at the CAF MCing.
Yeah.
So
No, basically, he's
Right.
just said, just come back. You can be our new Wednesday night MC.
Got ya.
So that's where I honed it.
Got
Bro,
ya.
I'm there every Wednesday. I'm introducing Jamali Maddox. I'm introducing Elliot Still, Nico Yearwood, Nabil, Deliso. I'm introducing acts today that are fucking gone. And it's the best because not only am I learning, I'm gigging at the same time, knowing that I will be here next week. I was there for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then eventually everyone people are coming to see me. So now I'm mentally on this pedestal. I'm like, fuck me. I'm 2 years into comedy and this is what I'm doing. Every Wednesday, people are coming like, Jimmy, and they're getting some of the best comedians in the country. They're getting Jamali, they're getting Dane Baptiste, they're getting Mo Gilligan. They're getting some of the best Elliot Still. They're getting some of the best acts. Andrew Bird, Max. They're getting some of the best acts. And I'm seeing this live. So, bro, and then I start doing the weekends. So now I'm gigging 3-4 nights a week, every single week. Bro, I feel like fucking... Man, I wish Instagram and that was popping like it was popping today back then, I tell you. And I say back then, it weren't that long ago, but
I know
nobody was checking for socials like that. To a point where when people even did, I wasn't bothered. I was like, so I'm on stage 4 nights a week. I could care less about social media. What a mistake that was. Anyway.
But, you can't see it if you can't see it,
Exactly. So now all of this is happening and I'm just riding high. I'm doing ads. People are inviting me. I'm doing other people's gigs because they want to do the CAF. Do you know what I mean? So I'm swapping sets. I'm doing backyard because they want to do backyard. Dave wanted to do backyard. Cool. Oh, top secret. Mark, you want to come do comedy? Yeah, well, I'll MC the top secret and you come do CAF.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then it dies.
What? Why? How? What happened to the club? Why did it die?
Building got bought out. And I think he had just had enough. It was rising every year, the rent's going up. Like people are taking their foot off the pedal a little bit, like bar staff and comedy was struggling. Comedy was struggling and people weren't paying. Then they had to start doing like nights after the comedy to help keep the place afloat. Yeah. So when somebody came in with an offer, I think it was just easier for Noel to say, fuck this, man.
Understood.
And you know what? He's happy.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't that happy. Towards the end of the CAF, he was stressed. He was really stressed. But now, he's on a yacht somewhere, sailing around, flipping Europe, having the time of his life. So,
Nah, bless that, man.
But for me...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So when that came to an end... what did the diversion or the direction of your comedy journey look like at that stage?
Hell, nightmare, bro. Everything stopped. When the CAF died, everything died. And when I tell you, when you haven't done the circuit, because I hadn't done the circuit, I'd done the CAF, and then I'm doing all of the big spots. Whereas most people started off doing bringer shows, maybe, the Lions Dens, the... monkey businesses. I met that brother twice and both times I thought, I'll fuck you up, bro. Bro, you're looking at me weird.
No, but listen, I'm sure you're not the only person who
especially back
thoughts.
then, because again I was very arrogant. And let me keep it 100 with you. I was very arrogant back then. So when he reaches out to man like, and he said, "Oh, Jimmy, we'd love to have you down." And I'm like, "How much?" And for free. And I'm like, "Bro, you know what I am? You know what I'm doing?" Right. Arrogance, bro. Arrogance, which I learned, which took me a very long time to figure out that I'm fucking spiting my thumb to cut my face or whatever the saying is.
Cutting off your nose.
I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face.
Well, how you said there was that arrogance in you, right? What was it that made you realize that you had to curtail that? What was it? Was it a one particular moment? Was it a combination of moments?
Well, what does Patel mean, fam?
Curtail is man said Patel. There ain't no Indian people. Ain't no Indian people here right now, man.
Where's boss man?
Curtail is basically like to cut something short or to change.
This is how you cut. It looks like you're smoothing bum.
Well, you know what?
Looks like you're grabbing bum.
Maybe that's where my head's at right now. But yeah, it's like the idea of like changing direction of something or cutting something.
You need to throw a pause on that, my bro. Why is your head out rubbing bum while you sat next to me, my guy?
Because my girl just came in. I heard her in there making a cup of tea. So I'm like...
See, this is love. You see, when this is the kind of love that I hate because I don't have it. This...
You don't have it yet.
Bro, shut up. You didn't even see her. Man was like, oh, she's cooking. Oh, she's just boiled the goddamn kettle. I'm
smell...
I'm going to eat her up. Oh, Jimmy, let's speed this up, buddy. She's boiling the kettle. I'm going to need you to hurry the fuck up, buddy.
No, bless you, brother. But yeah, so like, what was it? What was it that made you realize, like, you had to kind of check yourself where your arrogance was concerned?
It took me a long time, bro. When I realized it, wasn't that long ago, fam.
Got you.
And that's why I stopped gigging for a while. So basically, the calf goes, but I'm still chasing that calf high. So in my mind, I'm still Jimmy James Jones. I'm still the guy from the calf. I'm still the guy that was filling out on a Wednesday night, like 100, 150. Like, I'm still him. But nobody else see that. Just me.
Right.
And I've never done. That's what I'm saying. I'd never done the circuit. So now, when it came to doing the circuit, I'm a bit lost. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who to reach out to. I'm thinking, come find me, innit? Like, come talk to me. But that's not happening because why would it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
when people don't know who you are, like they just
I'd only ever been there.
Yeah.
The calf was my home. So I'd gained notoriety with other comics, but not necessarily maybe with other comedy clubs or people
or promoters. Yeah.
So like when that goes away, you lose the one place where you were gigging on often. So now you're chasing anything. So now I'm putting on shows with people that I shouldn't be putting on shows with, and then further fucking up relationships in comedy because of it, because I don't know how to run a gig. But I'm just whatever, yeah. Oh, nah, he'll pay you, don't worry. And then I'm walking off thinking that'll be the case when it's not. And I'm just doing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm still carrying around that arrogance.
Got you.
So, and I think that was, obviously knowing now, that's where my depression started, around that period. And then I lost this really big role. And then it was like, yeah, you know what? This obviously isn't my fault. I'm going to start blaming everybody else. And I spent a lot of time blaming everybody else. And pushed a lot of good people away. But it was literally, that is where it stems from. Losing the calf and then trying to chase, being around the wrong people, I don't know what I was chasing, but I still trying to chase that Jimmy James Jones. You know, where
you know how I said at the start of this conversation, it often comes full circle.
Yeah.
And at the very start, we got into it, and you were talking about when you are responsible for maybe hurting someone or pushing people away, things like that. When you were talking about that, and when you were mentioning that as a topic, was it surrounding elements to do with this whole period of your life? Did it have any association with that, or?
I think everything was connected after that. I think even if I'd met people, I was still chasing. I was chasing something that wasn't there anymore. It's gone, but I was chasing it. So it would be down. I don't know. It's just not being able to, and again, not being able to communicate my issues or what's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just almost battling myself, trying to figure out why I'm not still gigging 4, 5, 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
Or why people have forgotten about, man. Rather than getting down to work, I'm at home spewing. Oh,
right.
Every man's doing their thing. What about Jimmy? Do you know what I'm saying? And it became like it took a hold on the man. So now we're in relationships or friendships, not only are you still not communicating, you're still holding on to hurt.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with them, but you're holding on to it. And now you've got someone to take it out on.
I got you.
Because now you've got someone to lash out on when if I'm having a bad day. Because honestly, for about 5 to 7 years, all I could think about was why that went and why everything seemed to go at the same time. Why everything crashed and burned. Because everything sort of just happened at the same time. And it was like, why is everything happening like that? And for years, I'd see, all it would take was to go on social media or flick on the TV and see someone, and suddenly I'm like, now I'm having a shit day. Now that person will come in, you're right. Get the fuck out of it. You know what I mean?
It's the I mean, they call it kick the dog syndrome, where you like, it's the person or the thing that's closest to you.
That way. And that's
lash out on it.
And I did that with every pod. I did that with people that I massively regret doing it today. But I'm not going to say I needed to do it. I wish I didn't do it. But today, I'm glad I've done it, because that is what helped me grow. Realizing where I fucked up.
Yeah.
Because everybody fucks up, but then some people are very much in denial. No, that's not me. For years, I'd blamed everybody apart from the one person I was supposed to be blaming, and that was myself. Yeah, man.
So because I always say to people, like, the first step to fixing anything, right, or changing anything, is acknowledging that something needs to change.
Yeah.
Like, you have to put your hand up and be like, right.
Yeah.
Whether that thing to change is yourself or a situation, it's like, firstly, I got to hold up my hands and say something needs changing.
Yeah.
So when was it that you really were able to put your hand up and be like, you know what, I need to change, and I'm gonna actually change because it's necessary?
I say last year. Last year, I was just sort of coasting. I was very much alone in this moment, and I had to spend a lot of time on my own. And it was almost just trying to calculate, all right, where did we go wrong? Where did it start? Brainstorming by myself. All right, cool. What is it that you want out of life, first and foremost? Because there were so many times where I was ready to just call it a day.
So when you say call it a day, you mean call it a day.
So I had to get my mental before my physical. So I had to say, all right, cool, I'm going to start going for walks. When I have a dark moment, I'll go for a run. I'm going to go for a walk. Because now I'm concentrating on something other than whatever I was thinking about. So I'll slap on some tunes or whatever, slap on a playlist, and I'll just go for a walk. Long 1, 2, 3 hour walk. By the time I come back, I'm even too tired to stress. I'm going to bed. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I'd wake up feeling a little bit better, but still holding on to some of the, do you know what I mean? So then I was like, all right, let's go for another walk. Let's go for more walks. And then I started communicating with my friends. I started sort of reaching out to some people. There's only so much reaching out you can do before you really need to realize that just because you're healing or trying to heal, that doesn't mean they're in that same position. Especially when they're on the receiving end of a lot of your shit. You have to allow that person the grace and the space to fucking heal. Yeah. Because I'm here trying, let me make it up to you. Let's do this. I've got you, my bro. I've got you, babe. Like, all of these little things you can try, but if they're not ready, they're not ready. Yeah. And you can try and force it on, and then it starts to feel like when you force it too much, now you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. You're trying to self-gratify yourself? Yeah, so like self-gratify.
Self-gratification.
Yeah, be like, okay, well, like, I want to make it work because I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to be better. Whereas shit don't work like that. You gotta, even if you're trying to right wrongs in friendships or whatever, reach out. Look, I'm sorry, acknowledge where you went wrong. That's the first thing I had to do. Here's a list of the reasons I fucked. Here's a list of the things I've done. But I don't have an exact reason for it all. But here's the headspace that I've been in, and I needed to be alone for 5-6 months to really realize where I fucked up, and I fucked up in so many different aspects. So I understand that you ain't ready. I'm not gonna bother you no more, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just know I am fucking sorry. You know what I mean? And we'll leave it there. You don't have to chat to me. You have to reach out. You know, you're gonna do your own. And some people have had to just let go almost. Yeah. It's shit because I've done them wrong, but at the same time, sometimes it's just nothing.
There's something that I say in this. There's a show I'm working on at the moment, and at the end of it, one of the messages that I say to people is, you have to learn how to forgive others, right? But you have to learn how to forgive yourself, and sometimes forgiving yourself, it means that you have to let people go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You, because the thing is, sometimes what you want is you want their forgiveness. You want them to come. But sometimes you're never ever gonna get that.
You're never gonna get that.
So the only thing you can do in that regard is learn to forgive yourself and do better next time.
Once you've forgiven yourself, all you can not only just do better, just do better.
Yeah.
Just do better. Not even do better next time. Carry yourself how you would want to carry yourself in a relationship, or in a friendship, or in a situation with your family. Just move different. Communicate. Start with communicating with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, so me and my closest brethren, Kelvin, KDPT, he said one of the most important things to me, man. He said to me, Jimmy, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, which is what I might name my show after, Good Days and Bad Days, because there's two people I was able to call on and just go off. No judgment, no bullshit. Al Banco and Kelvin. I used to be able to call Kelvin up. He'll come and link me and we'll sit in a fucking car park and I'd just be crying, going ham. Why is this happening? Why the fuck is that? And he would sit there, listen, and we would talk. And he would then tell me that he's even going through shit. And then I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Now we're talking, we're communicating. And honestly, even if we haven't come to some sort of how we're going to fix this, the fact that we've spoken and I know he's going through it just as much as I'm going through it, it helps me deal with it. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh my God, right, it's not just me going through some fucking bullshit. Because sometimes when it rains, it pours and you think it must just be me. Right. But then you communicate with one of your bedrooms and it's like, nah, look, here's what you should do. And he said to me, Jimmy, good days and bad days. Because there's times where I've linked up with him and I'm like, I'm better. Like last year, I'm back, I'm outside. 3 hours later, I'm in a rave or something, just, yeah, get me home. Yeah. And he's like, what's wrong with it? Get me home, bro. I'm going to go mad. I'm going to lose it. And then I'll be sitting in the car and he's just like, what happened? And I'm like, I thought I was all right. Yeah. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be in this space. Yeah. You know what I mean? So then I had to take another 6 months away. Because I thought, I'm ready. I was going to get back on stage. I'd done resistance comedy. Didn't feel fulfilled. Got home and I just felt that, bleh, I don't want to do that again. Yeah. I didn't enjoy being around the comedians. Didn't enjoy being on stage. I didn't enjoy any of it. I don't even like telling the jokes I'm telling anymore. I hate all of it. So what do you think is the thing that is going to give you the fulfillment that you need, or what is it that you're working on to feel that fulfillment? Because I've got it. I've got it. What is it? I've accepted everything. I'm not holding on to why certain people weren't around when I was a youth. I'm not holding on to the mistakes that I've made with certain people. I'm not holding on to any of the hurt and any of the hate. I don't like. I'm not going on socials now, seeing somebody that I'm brethren with do well, and I'm not like, oh, I look at it and I'm like, yes, double tap, yes, my guy. Whereas 2 years ago, last year, it was like, oh man, what about me? I've finally learned to accept the position that I'm in. And rather than continuously watch other people or be sad that the calf left or worry about why my career's gone the way it's gone, I'm looking at the people that really fuck with me. And I'm like, well, look at my daughter, looks at me. She doesn't know any. She doesn't see a failure. She doesn't see somebody who's lost it all and tried to win it back. She sees her dad. You know what I mean? Somebody who, bro, if she asks me for anything, she's got it. That's all you. So I'm saying, you just remember it was remembering what I was doing it for. Yeah. And it was for me because I enjoyed it. But then I think life turned into, this is what they expect of me. I need to turn up to places and be funny. There was this expectation, this sort of weight, like, oh, Jimmy's coming. It's going to be jokes. Nah, Benjamin, it's not going to be jokes. I'm not here to do kiki, bro. I just want to chill. Yeah. Or you know, oh, Jimmy will do it. He's hilarious. You know what I mean? I think it was just the expectation. Expectation is one of the things that can kill the joy of a thing. Bro, it was the expectation that I just fell out of love with not only comedy, everything. Yeah. Just everything. Because I felt like I had so much, lost it all, and I was fighting everyone. I felt like everyone was against me. When really the closest people were there. They were there for man, but I didn't see it. Yeah. It took me being away from everybody and everything to finally go, fuck. When you were going through all of this and working things out and coming to the acceptance. Yeah, this past year, yeah. Yeah, of your whether it be the situation, things that were no more just with life, the calf and life in general. Life, yeah. Was it
like, did you seek any talking therapies or anything like that with it? Did you have
therapy
counselling?
was the first thing I did.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
How did you find your experience with it? Like, because some people have done it and it's like, well, you know, they haven't really felt like they've got anything from it. Other people have. Like, what were your honest opinions of it?
That's what led me to talk to my friends.
Yeah.
I talking to the therapist. So I remember my first session was like staring at each other. So I was like, I don't even know.
Right. You don't know this person from Adam.
I don't know what you want me to say. It's a random Wednesday. Some random Wednesday. Maybe it was work that did it for me. Because I had a breakdown at work. I lost it. I just lost it. So they gave me some time off and they got me this therapist and see him every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the first like 10 minutes, he was just like, mate, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You don't know me. Just tell me how your day's been. My guy, I was just verbal diarrhea, fam.
Yeah.
After such tears in my eyes, I'm sweating. He was like, how was that? And I was like, that was the weirdest, most fulfilling thing I've done I didn't realize I just needed to talk to someone.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
It's
crazy. Just needed to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Spending all that time talking to yourself, of course it's only going to be negative. Otherwise, why are you sitting there talking to yourself in the dark ass room? Yeah. Nothing positive is going to come from that.
That's the dialogue. Is that for some reason we just have this internal dialogue that often leads to the worst of everything.
It's really, really fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird. So being able to having an outlet, you know, I think as black men, I think, and I don't know whether it's because our parents and our generation, they were very much just like, shut up, I ain't trying to hear all that.
Yeah.
But it's really important to talk to someone.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend just because everybody's going through some shit. Everybody's going through something.
That's the thing to remember. And I always try and remember the fact that, look, no matter how good things are, how bad things are, social media is a terrible thing for it. Because, you know, people put the best of the best out there.
Exactly. And if all you're seeing is the best, how are you not going to be saddened about your own situation? Right. You want to go on holiday? Go online. You'll see 15 people on holiday.
Right.
Now you're thinking, fucking.
But
now you're envious.
But that's why you have to have that perspective of knowing that, it's raining for everyone at some point. You know, it really is.
I see that now, and I'm just like, they'll probably slip down the stairs tomorrow. I'll get food poisoning in Morocco. They'll be in Morocco. They'll eat a dodgy pasta.
Bless.
Now you're shitting yourself for a week. Fuck you and your holiday. How about that? But no, seriously, I couldn't even go on social media before, bro. How many times did I delete my socials? Now my page had mad followers. Now I'm on like whatever, but I don't care anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think now I finally got to that place of peace where, like, even when I finally found myself again, I didn't rush back to the stage. I was like, let me go and enjoy it again. Let me go to actual shows. Let me go seek out and shout out Darren Griffiths. Let me go and watch comedy and figure out what it was I loved about. And I'm watching people break down these stories, and I'm like, yeah. It's like the fire's refueling kind of thing, you know. And I think I needed someone to just spark the fire at my blood clot, because see, there it goes again. Jamaican.
Yeah. And now we know he is not Jamaican. He's
bro.
Really not.
But I just need someone to light the fire up under my ass and just. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just had to get my mental together first, but I just needed to figure out what it was that was making me so sort of like closed off and anxious. And, you know, once I was able to figure that out, and it's not an overnight thing, bro. Like even today, good days and bad days, I'm in such a good place mentally. I want to say physically, but that's not up to me to judge, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in such a good place mentally that I'm good.
Yeah.
Look, I wouldn't have been able to come here last year and do this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm able to just come and just, you know what I mean? I'm not doing as many drugs as before, you know.
I love the honesty there.
I was a wild boy, fam.
I'm not doing as many.
I was a wild boy, fam.
Yeah.
But it's just everything, and as well, even if people do drugs, I will never do your thing, but don't do it if you're already in a bad place.
It's not going to help you get back to a good one.
It's going to heighten whatever feeling you're feeling. Yeah. So whilst I was in the mad depression and I was doing that, it's only making it worse. So yeah, no wonder I wanted to kill myself a few times. Bro, I'm already sad. Taking this shit, and I'm even more fucking sad now. The come downs are like somebody kill me.
Right,
Just
right.
like, what am
yeah.
I doing? I'm just killing myself at this
It's
point.
like digging a hole deeper for yourself. It's
For myself, and this is where that's where it's nobody else's fault. I don't care what anyone's situation. Even if some like, because people can get depressed. People say, "Oh, I'm broke. I'm depressed." You're not depressed. You're just broke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, and even I used to think, oh, maybe it's because I ain't got no money. Then I started getting money, and I'm still sad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not that. It's me.
Right.
I'm the reason why I'm sad, and it wasn't money that made me happy again. It was acceptance. I can't do anything about any of the things that I have done in the past. All I can do now is be a better fucking person.
Yeah.
And that comes with me being at peace with myself. And now that I'm finally at peace with myself, I have fucking got something to say on stage again. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hence why I'm coming back and trying to tell jokes and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
but you had to go and you had to do the work. And
I had to go and do the work.
you know what? I'm not even going to say you've done it. I'm going to say you're doing it. Because it's a constant work.
It is a constant. Good days and bad days, bro.
Yeah, constant work.
Good days and bad days, bro. You're gonna have some days where it's like, I'm smashing it, but they're gonna be some days where you're like, fuck, what the fuck's going on? But if you realize when the bad days are, you can identify the bad days.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't let it get on top of you.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bad day. All right, cool. Go put yourself away. Go home. Turn off your devices. See what I'm saying? And have some you time.
There's a lovely quote I heard by this guy Les Brown, and he says, "When things go wrong, don't go with them."
Fam.
And that is it. It's like,
and you know how easy it is to go with them.
It's too easy.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's
So now
too
I'm
easy.
finally at a space where it's like, shit, you know, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
So for example, at my work, I'm having a shit day. Turn off all devices.
Yeah.
I'll go home. I'll put some tunes in. It might be Jodeci. And I'll be walking down the street thinking I could sing. Where would I live? I'm set, bro. But I've got no... everything's on airplane mode. So what?
Yeah.
Don't let it be raining. Don't let it be raining. If I had one wish... I'm under a tree. I'm crying real tears, but you can't see them because it's raining. We would be best.
You know the ones. Listen, man, I need to ask you before we bring this to an end, because you mentioned your daughter. I wanted to ask, how many kids do you have?
My baby... I'm not that Jamaican.
He's proper.
Man said kids.
Hey.
Oh, hold on, Raymond.
That's proper rinsing
You
Jamaican.
think I'm like you and your uncles, fam? You need to relax. Just the one, big dog.
Let me rephrase the question.
Yeah, fam.
Sorry, Your Honor. I will rephrase the
You
question.
damn right. I'm not like the rest of you, man.
Do you have more than one child?
Nah, brother.
Nah, so
Just the one.
You got a daughter. How old's your little one?
How old do you think she is? Looking at me and my lifestyle.
Ooh, I'd say she's more than 10.
Oh, that's a fair one. Yeah, she's 14.
14.
I knocked my shit out of the way real early.
How was it? How do you find being a father? That's my question for you.
It's one of the most fulfilling things. That's the reason. She's after you lose a few people, you really hone in on the ones that you got left.
Got you.
Amaya doesn't have me by choice. This is her life.
Yeah.
She saved me, fam.
Yeah.
That little, she's so, and you know what? Everybody bigs up their own kids, which is, and I get it, fair enough. But she's genuinely a good fucking youth.
Got you.
Like she's genuinely a good kid. Bit rude, a bit shy, but who isn't?
Yeah.
But with me, when it's me and her, it just, you know what I mean. And obviously, there's a lot of times, especially recently, you have to parent, you know, because kids will very quickly forget that you're not their pal. So every now and again, it'll be a day of jokes, laughter, then it'll be like, all right, go to bed. And what are you talking about, man? You go to bed. Then you're like,
yeah,
I'll spark you. And she's like, oh, no, fair enough. Oh, sorry, I forgot who you were for 2 seconds. 2 seconds I forgot because you were being too jokey. I said, I will still spark you, you know.
Yeah.
I will.
I hear you.
Yeah, I will lift you out your seat, fam.
This podcast does not condone physical abuse to children.
The podcast, though, I do. I condone it.
Bless.
Punch your kids, especially you lot. Yo, bro, you see the parents that are out shopping? You see them in Sainsbury's?
I see them.
And sometimes you just want to grip their you and say, you do it like this. Just shake them. And you got to shake them. And you're trying to explain. Shake your you. Unfortunately, it's usually the Caucasians because black kids know what the...
You know what time it is.
Black kids know themselves outside shopping with their kids.
That is true.
Because the mums will tell them before you enter, my friend, when you enter the store, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing, don't grab nothing, don't say hello to no one, keep your head down. The white kids will be in there, but mama said I want the Smarties.
Oh boy, like, you know, I don't make you wrong. I see it more like that. It is more like that. But you know, with all that being said, I'm glad the fact that you have a daughter, and the fact you say she saved you. Like, that's,
why are you glad I've got a daughter, bro?
That's nah, this guy.
I said this guy.
You listen to this guy over
This
here.
guy's glad I've got a daughter. Why?
I'm glad you got a daughter that saved you. That was my whole sentence.
I was gonna say, bro.
You know, I think it's a good thing you got a daughter, though. In all honesty, like, I've always thought to myself, if I have kids, I think I'd fare better with a daughter than a son.
Why?
Partly because I feel like with a daughter, it allows me to be more emotional, right? I feel like with a daughter, I understand emotion a lot more. I think I would, and I think I've always understood women a bit more. Basically because I've been raised in a house of women.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've always enjoyed female company more than male. Like, right now, this is painful, genuinely, sitting here with you. I mean, like...
Could have fooled me.
No, but yeah.
When we walked in here, the lights were dim, you know. I had to tell him, hey, buddy.
I had candles burning.
Hey, buddy, you need to raise up
candles.
the lights in this joint. I don't know what kind of freaky dick we're doing with a little casting couch. This guy. And this guy's trying to lure me into some nastiness. I ain't trying to get back on stage that hard.
Jimmy, you didn't finish your coffee. There's
What'd you put in it? It tasted a little bit.
Bro,
I didn't actually finish my
question. I
really
really needed to ask you though. Question I really need to ask you. I should have asked you at the top. But is Jimmy James Jones your real name?
Nah, my name's James, bro.
It's just James.
Yeah.
All right, and you threw the Jimmy in there.
It's James Adam Rayleigh Jones.
Okay, got ya. All right, sweet. Listen.
But no one can say Adam Rayleigh, can they? So.
Well, you know.
Welcome to James. You know that's how they were doing it.
Yeah,
James
yeah. When the MC really can't say the name. You know?
Can't be asked for all of that, bro. Because even Jimmy James are like, Jimmy Jones. I like you get Jimmy James Jones wrong, man. Come on, man.
For real. So one question I like to ask people before the end of the pod, and I'll throw it your way, is what's the one bit of advice that you know you should take, but you just haven't?
Be patient. Be patient. Be still. Like, even just take a moment, just be still and know that as long as you're putting in the hard work, it's not going to be in vain. But you have to do the work. That's one thing. And I'm not going to say I struggle to, but it's like I'm working on a couple of things at the moment, which is like. So I'm writing these. We got these scripts, but when I tell you, it's not a joke. And I remember having this conversation with Athena Kuglenu, Hero. The amount of scripts, edits. Oh, bro, you think you've got gold, and then they're like, "Yeah, this is great, but here's some changes we've made."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Okay, that's fine. We'll make the changes." 3 years later, still making changes.
Right.
Oh my God. But I'm still in the room. The conversation's still there.
Yeah.
So just be patient.
Yeah.
Don't put all your eggs in this basket. Go get yourself a job while you're doing this. So what I'm saying, what I used to do was, well, I've got this thing here, so I'm just going to hone in on this. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Be still, be patient. And if you've got to wait, go do something in the meantime, bro. Don't be idle.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be idle.
I feel you.
It was a tough advice to take, but I think I'm trying to figure out how to nail it down. That one still I struggle with, the patience.
Like I said, man, we're always a work in progress. You know what I mean? Always a work in progress.
Yeah.
But bro, listen, man, I'm so glad we were able to make this happen.
Nah, same, man. I apologize. I was late today, guys. I was late, man.
I mean, he said I was not gonna mention it. Like, I was not gonna mention it.
Am I your first black guy? First,
you are my first black guy.
Sorry, bro. We got to do better, guys. We need to do better. We need not him, but we. If there's if he has any other, also definitely get more black people on here. But if you do, please, guys, be early. Don't do what I did.
How late were you?
Be early. Just be. Please be on time. Don't do what I did. I let my guy down. But
nah, you're all good, brother.
Now I got to walk for Vauxhall at night time.
You're all good.
Lord knows if I'm gonna make it home.
Listen, man.
Seriously, am I going to make it on? No, I'm joking. Thank you, bro, man. This was an absolute pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on here, man.
Oh, bless. In fact, to be fair, is there anything you want to push? I mean, I don't even. I think right now, like 6 people watch this. But is there anything that you want to plug?
No, man. Just keep watching the pods and keep dropping them, bro. Consistency. Just got to keep doing them.
Bless,
6
brother.
people watch it for now. 34 people next year.
I tell you, that's what it's all about. And also, man. Genuinely, I love the fact that it's just leaving conversations out there, bro. Because
no, exactly.
I've found a lot of podcasts from time to time, and I don't even know like when they were recorded. Like it might have been recorded years ago, but you hear something and you're like, that hit me, that helped me. You get me? So thank you for this conversation.
Man. I thank you for having me. It was nice to talk.
Yeah,
let's talk, and a lot of this stuff is all part of the new show.
Got you.
It's nice to be able to talk about it and not get nervous when mentioning certain things.
Yeah,
or welling up.
Aye.
See, that's how you know I'm healing. Because usually that conversation would bring on some tears for me.
Got you.
Because I'm sad again. But
the last thing you want to do also is be on stage doing jokes and then be like, and then,
bro. Because a lot of the stuff that's being, like I'm saying, is sort of, it's still kind of raw to man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like, so when I lost you, I just.
Right.
So it's nice to be able to just laugh, because that's what I want to be able to do on stage. Like, because again, everybody goes through some shit, and that's the point. It's good and bad days.
And
if
you're laughing, they'll be laughing.
Yeah, good days and bad days. That's the point of the show. That's the name of the show, I think. And it's very much. I'm very much just trying to say like, bro, I was fat as fuck. Like,
and you're doing well,
I had
brother.
some bad days.
You're
I've
doing
had some
well.
awful days.
Honestly, you're looking well.
Thanks, bro.
And I feel I'm comfortable telling you that, even though you've made some suggestions that.
I appreciate you, bro.
Get your hand off my leg.
He's still Jamaican. He's still Jamaican. He's still got Jamaican in him. Man,
no.
But Marley said one love, not all love. All right.
And on that note,
that's enough. All right.